Well, hello there. How are you? Want to talk about grants for Black women, for profit small business owners? Let's talk. As a matter of fact, let's play. Let's play the grant game. Come join us live on TikTok on the Black Women in Grants page. Come hang out with us, get your questions answered. Join us in the discussion all about grants for your Black woman owned for profit small business. We did a live earlier today where we talked about what to look out for in the grant space. We did a live before that talking about what to look for when you're looking for a grant. So I'm going to recap that really quick. Then we're going to talk about what to look forward to. These are three principles that I base my journey on to winning 68,000 or 63,000 $550 in grants and grant funded opportunities. It's really exciting. And it's exciting when I see our women that are in my year-long mentorship program win tens of thousands of dollars in their business. Collectively, we over at blackwomeningrants.com have won a total of $178,550. So excited. So, here's what we talked about the last two lives. What to look for. When you're looking for grants, know that you need to be applying for grants that fit where you are in your business. For example, if you're in the startup phase of your business, you're just getting started, your business could still be in your thoughts. It could still be in your head, your mind, your dreams, your digital notebook, your phone, your Bapuda, as my little niece used to say. It could be in a series of emails in your note apps. It could still be where you're working out your business plan. That's startup. That's pre-revenue. You probably haven't made money yet, and that's okay. Just make sure you're applying for applying for grants for startup businesses. If you've started a business and you've made money and you're filing taxes and got customer service inquiries and requests, and you got customer referrals and recommendations and results and testimonials, you're in what we call the growth phase. You're growing your business, you've made money, you got it to a certain point, and now you can use just a little financial boost. That's okay too. You also qualify to apply for grants. You just need to apply for what we call growth grants. If you caught those two terms that I just put down, there we go. Put it in the chat. Hello, Mother Hen. How are you? So, number one, what to look out for with grants. Make sure you're finding grants that fit where you are in your business, whether you're a startup or whether you've started. If you're a startup, you need startup grants. If you have started, you need growth grants. They're both available. They're both out there. Yes, even your business can get those types of grants. Second thing to look for when you're looking for grants is what the grant is for. For example, we're in the private space of grants. So take a minute and share this out with someone who could be very blessed from being here and being a part of this conversation and learning about grants. Just share this or tag someone who you know need to be here. We're talking about what to look for, what to look out for, and what to look forward to when it comes to grants. Number two on our list of what to look for is making sure you're checking the type of grants that are available. In our space, we're in the private sector, meaning we're not government-based. We are not nonprofit. This is for Black women, for-profit, small business owners. And the grants that we win are branded. They're titled, they're themed. They have brand alignment that they're looking for. For example, you'll see empowerment grants and professional development grants, business development grants. Just make sure you're applying for the grants that apply to you. Let's put it like that. They apply to where you are in your business, whether you're a startup or you're started. If you've started up, put startup in the chat. If you're a startup business, your brain is still housing your business. If you started, put started in the chat. And you've already gotten out there making money, regardless of how much and regardless of how long. Let me know in the chat. Are you startup or started? Number three, and what to look for in a grant is eligibility requirements. This is the rules, the restrictions, and the regulations of every legit grant opportunity. Notice I said legit. We'll talk about that in a minute. But if it's a legit, well thought out, professionally planned and executed grant, then Make sure you are reading the rules. You know, rules can be found on that little, y'all know where we see the terms and conditions highlighted in blue. They call it a hot link or a hyperlink, or sometimes we have to check that box saying we read it, but most people don't never read it. Have y'all ever done that? You don't have to admit that on here. No worries. But listen, that's where you find the rules and the terms and conditions in the policies and procedures. It's the literal rules to how to play that grants game. That's why we call it the grant game in our mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com. One of the rules of the grants, well, three. Let me just slow down. I'm getting excited because I love talking about this. Every grant has rules if it's legit. For example, some grants will say you need to be black, you need to be a woman, you need to be for profit, and you need to be a small business owner to apply for this grant. That's a rule. Other than that, no need to apply. Other grants might say your business must have a tech component to it or be tech enabled. That's for people who have websites, who do business in these social media streets, who have payment platforms embedded in their websites or some type of technologically embedded portion of their business. If you're using tech to do business, then you qualify. But that's a rule. If a grant says you need that in your business to apply, that's a rule. Another common rule is you need to own at least 51% of your business. How many of you here own at least 51% of your black, woman-owned, for-profit small business? Let me see. Because sometimes for these grants in the private sector that we win over at blackwomenandgrants.com, you must own at least 51%. Some people own 100%. I'm talking to the people who either have investors and they've sold a portion of their company, or you have a partner and y'all split it 50-50. You must have majority rule. Majority is at least 51% of your business. I see two people. Okay, so grants want you to be the head executive, lead executive. They love titles like founder and CEO and president. And so this means that you own at least 51% of your business. This means that you founded the business, you own it, you call the shots, you write the checks, you sign the contracts, you sign the invoices, you send the invoices, and your signature is on it. No contract can be signed without you, no check can be cashed without you, no major decision can be made in your business without you, because you own majority in a business. Got it? Got it. Restrictions are in every legit grant. Restrictions are things like, if you're a nonprofit, you can't apply for this grant. If you're a franchisee, you can't apply for this grant. If you're an MLM, you can't apply for this grant. If you have what they call a sin-based business, you can't apply for this grant. Y'all know what sin is, right? You can Google that. It'll tell you, even if you're not Christian, okay? So America is technically a Christian company, or a Christian company, a Christian founded country, and they use the Bible as their guide to what is right, what is not, etc. And so they're judging your business based on that. So if they feel like you have a business that makes people sin and do wrong and can go to jail, then hey, you don't qualify for this grant. And they tell you. So that's a restricted business. Let me answer y'all's questions before we move on. Is a sole proprietor a bad term to use? It's not a bad term. Some grants will tell you whether or not they need you to have what's known as your articles of incorporation, which is doing business legalistically through your Secretary of State. But yeah, they tell you in the rules, in the restrictions, if you need to have your papers. So I say go ahead and get them. Go ahead and make that decision. Talk to a legal professional, file them papers, just in case they need you to before they cut you a check. I mean, if it was up to me, filing a piece of paper that costs $150 versus winning a grant for $50,000, I'm going to go get that $50 renewal every year for that article of incorporation. Okay, got it? Cool. Let's talk about regulations. Regulations is how the grant regulates from the money to the number of payments that you'll receive, to how many people are going to win the grant, to the dates and timelines from the day their application's open to the day their application closed, to the extra 30 days they're going to take. Then they're going to extend the deadline. They can shorten the deadline, but they're going to deliberate on the applications they received. They're going to choose a winner and let that winner know privately first. Then they're going to announce it publicly on their website, their social medias, in their email newsletters. And all of that is part of the regulations. This is how things are done behind the scenes, where you got to fill out the paperwork, sign agreements, give them permission to use your pictures and your name and the names of your business and tell your story in any way they choose forever and ever. Amen. That's a regulation. Are there any questions about what to look for in a small business grant? We just broke down the top 3 things. Over at blackwomeningrants.com, I'm so excited. We're almost a year old. We've been mentoring. We have 278 people in our mentorship over there, where every month they get an updated list of 3 free lists of grants totaling millions of dollars. One grant list alone is worth $1.2 million in the opportunities that's there, that you can know what to look for. Find grants that fit where you are in your business. Find grants that fit what you're looking to do in your business. Find grants that you meet their requirements. Do what we call read, research, and review. I've interviewed one of our biggest grant winners so far, Miss Deanna Joy. She's won a total of $76,000 in grants and grant funded opportunities. And so when she won her first $50,000, then she won another $5,000. Now she's at 76. She just applied for her first $1 million grant. I interviewed her, picked her brain, and was like, girl, how you do this? What you do? What you say on your application? Why you think you won? What you think other people need to do to be like you? She's telling you in her interview. So that's in the mentorship. What's the website? blackwomeningrants.com. www.blackwomeningrants.com is the site. And you're going to see so many other fun things. I encourage you that if you want to come join us, I opened up a spot for 3 scholarships tonight. We're getting ready to make major changes to the mentorship very, very soon. To join us for only a year is only $97. And there's Klarna and Afterpay to help you pay for that. Now, get in where you fit in, friend, because things are changing. So you want to get it while the getting is good. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? Scholarships are on a first come, first serve basis. This is a $997 program. Regular price. But you can get it for only $97. Only 3 people are going to be blessed with that opportunity tonight. So let me know when you claim yours, because I don't have my laptop on my bed with me right now. I'm just on here on the phone talking with you guys. But if you log in and sign up and need my help getting into our magical learning portal, let me know, because that's where the list of grants are housed. That's where the interview with our $76,000 grant winner is housed. That's where our book, not this one you see on the screen, that's for another program. But I wrote a book called Finding Funding. It's all about how to find and secure debt-free, non-traditional funding for your Black, woman-owned, for-profit small business. And it's over there at blackwomeningrants.com. And there's an app that'll read that book to you, along with 3 replays of boot camps and virtual events that we've done, that you want to watch those videos and take good notes. Because the last 2 or 3 people who reported that they did this, they read the book or they listened to it, they watched the video replays, they listened to the interview, they looked through the list of grants and applied. It only took them about 90 days to win their last several $1,000s. I'm going to just put it like that. So to go from, maybe you haven't applied for a grant, maybe you haven't won a grant, maybe you haven't won a grant in a while, to having content that's going to guide you through that grant winning process from a winner's perspective. I'm talking about this stuff because I do it and I wins. And so I'm sharing everything I know to help you win too. So to go from not winning yet or haven't won in a while to watching videos, reading a book, listening to an audio, and then giving yourself time to find the perfect grant that's sent to your inbox every month for a full 12 months, to winning money for your business? Sign me up. Where do you sign up? What's the website? www.blackwomeningrants.com is the site. Okay. Let's talk about what to look out for in a grant. Y'all ready? Put ready in the chat if you're ready. If you're like, I wonder if there are signs. Put ready in the chat if you want to know, because we've already talked about what to look for. Let's talk about what to look out for. The first thing to look out for is grants finding you. They don't find you in your social media inbox. They're not trying to convince you to pay them to win a grant. They're not promising you that they're with a certain organization and everybody that applies wins. And if you just send them your business tax ID number or your business email address or your website or your mailing address, that they'll send you the check in the mail. That, my dear, is a scam. And it's what to look out for. Grants do not find you in your social media inbox. Are we clear on that, y'all? Because unfortunately, I've heard too many stories of people thinking that this is real. Y'all got it. Put got it if you got it. Number two, grants are not guaranteed. It's never a grant that's guaranteeing you're going to win or that there's funding or I guarantee if you apply for this opportunity, it's yours. No grant is guaranteed. Y'all got it? Put got it. I hope this is helping because these are conversations that I've had with people who have been scammed by grants that are not real. They're fake news, and they have lost money as a result. I'm trying to tell y'all what to look out for in these grant scam streets. The third thing to look out for in a grant is your mindset going in. Check your heart, as they used to say in the church. Search yourself. What's the real reason you're applying for this grant? Because if you're searching and applying out of desperation or out of a financially desperate place, if you're like, oh my gosh, I got bills to pay. Oh my gosh, my business is going to go under if I don't win this grant. Oh my gosh, I'm so desperate to make this work. I want this to work. If you ever apply for a grant like that, you're on your way to disappointment. I hate to say it, but that's how it happens. That's how you get got. That's usually how people get scammed. They want an opportunity to be real so bad. They want to believe that they can win really, really easily, really, really quickly. They want to believe that a grant will come in and save the day, and it's just too good to be true, so they ignore the red flags that they did see upon further investigation. And now they got to go file complaints with their banks because they've given away money because somebody promised them that they would win a grant. If a grant is promised to you, why don't they just send you a check? Why would you have to pay them money? Why would you have to fill out an application? Why would you have to compete? Something to think about. So as a recap, what to look out for in grants. Grants are not finding you in your social media inbox, okay? They're not guaranteed opportunities. And they're definitely not something that you're going to try to do if you're coming from a financially desperate place. Or as I heard someone put it, if you already have made bad financial decisions, grants will not save you from those bad financial decisions or bad money management habits. So again, you got to check yourself and search the real reason while you're searching for or applying for grants. Make sure you're coming from a genuine place of, I want these funds to be added to the funds I've already made in my business, to the funds that I am almost making, on my way to making, gonna make. It's in my business plan. This is just an additional stream of income. It's not my end all be all. It's just something to help me get a step further in addition to what I've already done. Y'all got it? Put got it if you got it in the chat. And let me know if this is helping. Is this information that's like, ooh, okay. I didn't know to think of it like this. I want to invite you to win a scholarship, to come join us in our Grant Game mentorship for the next year. Hang out with us. It's only $97 to come get schooled on what scams really look like, because we've done an event around scams. There are 25 signs that you're about to get scammed in this grant world. So if you're wondering, is this legit? Is this real? Should I apply? Is this how it goes? Is this how it works? And you really want to dive deeper into what to look out for, head over to blackwomeningrants.com. claim your scholarship. Click the special link that you see there. And again, if you need Klarna and Afterpay, those are available. Y'all ready for number 3? Put a 3 in the chat. I have 3 tips for what to look forward to when you win grants. And then in our future lives, we're going to talk about our 3-step process of what every grant needs you to have in place as you're applying for these opportunities. Thank you, LaShondra. Is it LaShondra? LaSandra? Thank you, girl. So here's what to look forward to in grants and grant opportunities. Number 1, look forward to winning. Believe it or not, a lot of people apply for grants and don't even think they can get it. And I'm like, why apply if you don't even believe? Why do stuff you don't believe in? That's weird. So over at blackwomeningrants.com, I teach something called our fund finding formula. And what that means is when you apply, when I'm teaching you in our mentorship, your odds of winning a grant, number 1, is based on how many people apply for that grant. Number 2, we apply for unique opportunities that are looking for us as far as they've already been paid from sponsors like Target and UPS and FedEx and big major cosmetic brands and AT&T, Verizon, Comcast, Office Max, Office Depot, Chase, Regions Bank, Bank of America. They have already written these legit big checks for hundreds of thousands or several $1,000,000. And so we are partnered with 8 programs that already have money, already have funding behind them. And they literally are waiting on you to come apply for these opportunities. I've been through the program, so I can vouch for all 8 of them. They're the reason that we own now 2 multi-6-figure businesses. They're behind the success of growing those businesses, winning funding to grow those businesses even more, reaching more people, getting marketing out there, being here with you today. And so I want to share our network with you because that's part of the value of getting mentored. And what that means is as you go through these programs with our partners, as you go through our mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com, your odds are increasing of winning a grant. So I personally have a win rate, and so do blackwomeningrants.com. The last 5 ladies who have reported their winnings of $5,000, $10,000, $76,000, $19,000, they are all following my fund finding formula that shows you how to position yourself to win 1 out of every 10 grants you apply to. Now, I always say that you have 1,000% chance of not winning every grant that you don't apply to. So we can get that statistic out of the way. You will never win a grant you don't apply for. However, when you apply what I'm sharing with you in the mentorship program, and you keep an application out there because you're being consistent with applying, you're expecting not to win every opportunity because, again, no grant is guaranteed, and you should not go in with the mindset that they owe me, I should win, this is mine, it's a shoo-in. You can have confidence, you can have faith, and you can believe, but just know that if you don't win yet, you got a 1 in 10 chance when you're applying the right strategies, and that's an excellent win rate. And so I can show you our latest, our latest 2 grant winners who went in, applied the fund finding formula, applied for hundreds of thousands. One now even has applied for her first $1,000,000 grant. And they are now at their 10% win rate and growing. More is coming. So it's really exciting. So that's the first thing to look forward to as you apply for grants. Look forward to winning. Make sure you're going in believing that you can win. Again, not out of desperation, not out of thinking they owe you something or it's guaranteed or it's expected, but out of, you know what? I'm proud of my essay answers. I'm glad I got this in. This grant would really help us. I'm looking forward to the winners being announced. Support the ones who win, even if your name is not on the list. And I teach you how to do that in the mentorship to where you still can get paid from that opportunity, child. So that's number 1. Number 2, what to look forward to after winning grants is to build on your wins. Everything from allowing the grant to announce that you're one of their winners to following the rules and guidelines. I was looking at the terms and conditions of a grant one of our mentees just won last week. And it was telling her in the fine print that she has to sign off on how they want her to go through them before she makes a major announcement, if you will. So there are rules and regulations on that end. So they're like, let us tell it first, and then talk to us as you're putting it out there, because they want to make sure the brands align. They want to make sure they look good. They want to make sure y'all look good together with you as their winner. And so just keeping everything, in alignment is the goal. But look forward to sharing with other grants and other opportunities. They call them milestones. So you'll see some grant applications that'll say, what are your major milestones, or what are some partnerships you're proud of? And you winning a grant is always a major milestone. It's always something that you want to share with other grants, because it's like, oh, she's been out here applying. We know it's not easy. We know what it takes to apply. And she's been winning. And that says a lot. And then number 3, to wrap this all up, share about your wins with those future potential grantors, but do it in a way that shows that even if you win a grant and then you go out and apply for the next one and you don't win it yet, you're still going to keep going, because that shows tenacity, perseverance, patience, longevity. These are the qualities of a good business owner. Some grants even have it in their rules and regulations that you got to assure them that you're going to stay in business for the next year after you win their grant. They want to see that you're in the game for the long run. So they're going to have your back as long as you got your own back. So you want to share that I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep applying for funding. I'm going to keep running my business as usual and making money that way. And that you're open to other opportunities embedded in all of these legit grant opportunities. Sometimes they have networks of mentors and coaches and trainers and accountability groups and events that they do just in support of people who apply for their grants and people who win their grants. And so if they see that you're in it for the long haul, some grants have told some of our grant winners, your name is at the top of our list for what's coming in the future. So they're paying attention to all of this. So just as a recap, what to look forward to when you're out applying for grants, look forward to winning. After you win, look forward to building on those wins, and then build on those wins by sharing your wins with future grants, showing them, you got this and you're going to keep going. And this is also going to help you stand out with why you make the great grant winner. Hope that helps. Are there any questions about anything that I've shared so far? Let me know. We recapped on what to look for in a grant, what to look out for in a grant, or should I say a non-existing grant or grant opportunity. And we just wrapped up with what to look forward to in a grant. These are our 3 steps in the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. I really spend way more time diving into this, answering your questions in the program, and then showing up here live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also do pop-ups here on TikTok. And we got a new program coming for those of you who are serious about this grant game and you really are like out doing the doggone thing anyway. And so you just need some refining of the work you've already put in. So I'll tell you more about that coming up. And for those of you who are over at blackwomeningrants.com claiming one of our final rounds of our $97 scholarships to join us for a year in our program that's regularly priced $9.97, y'all better get on it, doggone it. Let me know if you got your spot. And I'm happy to help you get logged into the program where our videos about grants and grant funded opportunities are housed, where the list of partnership programs you can join for free under scholarships are linked, where the list of grants are, where the interview is with our $76,000 grant winner, where the book is to help you learn the 25 secrets I've been using to win the last $63,550 in grants and grant funded opportunities. And collectively, us over at Black Women in Grants have won a total of $178,000. And I'm so excited about that. Like, it just warms my heart to see the work that we've been able to do together over the last year. Our program will be one very soon which means we will officially be out of beta phase or testing phase. I started this mentorship program because so many people under one of our first viral TikTok videos here said, mentor me, please, help me, please. I'm interested in grants, teach me. And I had a conversation that I shared the notes in the mentorship as well. This was with the lady who is on the team for a $100,000 grant opportunity. She was looking for 5 people to apply for a $20,000 grant. And so she said, Dr. AJ Austin, please send us people to apply for this opportunity. I said, well, let me teach them first what y'all are looking for. Now that I'm familiar with your application process, she asked for my assistance going through their website because she knows I'm a pro at this grant game. And I said I will spend time mentoring them and then share not only your opportunity, but the millions of dollars that are out there on the table for them to go apply to. And that's exactly what the mentorship has done. We have officially broken our record for how many people have joined the program in the beta phase, how many people are getting scholarships. We've given away over $55,000 in scholarships to come join us. It's way more than that now, but at last count, we stopped at the $50,000 count, even though we still got 3 more scholarships left over at blackwomeningrants.com. So if this sounds like it's calling to you, you've been praying for it, you've been looking for an opportunity to learn more about grants, to get into the grant game, to apply for more grants, you've been wondering how it's done, where to find them, how to apply, what to say on the application, how to qualify, girl, we cover all that. www.blackwomeningrants.com is the website. It's the place to be. And we got a lot of cool ladies over there who handling their business. Some of them in my inbox right now, waiting on a return email, which you do have access to when you're in the mentorship. You can email me about any question that you have about the program, the videos, the book, the audios, the worksheet downloads, anything in the program. Or if you're applying to a grant, and let's say you're nervous, like a lot of women are in our program, about doing your first video essay. What am I going to say? What do I do? And you're freaking out because you don't want to be on camera. You can be like Ashley Rankin, who went from this time last year not wanting to apply for a grant if it had to do a video essay to now submitting grants, winning grants and grant funded opportunities with one of the best videos I've seen so far in our crew, because she literally take notes and applies what I share with you guys to do using the template that I provide in the Finding Funding ebook, which is our core curriculum for the program. So if that's you, you need some encouragement, some inspiration, see some case studies and testimonials of others who are in the program. They're winning. They come on here sometimes and tell us about their wins, and then they go off and win more. It's a really fun time for me to watch y'all grow and win and repeat the process I've been able to do successfully for myself. In my personal life, I've won well over $1 million in grants and grant funded opportunities. And that's what allows me to be here with you today in the professional space, talking all things Black women, for-profit small business owners, giving you an opportunity to get a scholarship to go through a $1,000 training for the year for only $97 over at blackwomeningrants.com. I'm here to answer your questions live. And that's all I got for you guys. If you have questions, now is the time to put it. I'll give you a few seconds. Just put wait or put an emoji if you got something you want to ask me. If you're over at blackwomeningrants.com claiming your scholarship, let me know. If you need me to wait, put an emoji or say wait. If not, I am looking at a little pint-sized carton of non-dairy oat frozen dessert ice cream from Trader Joe's. And it's calling my name. So we're going to get to getting. Are there any questions, or does anyone want to share an aha or a takeaway? Let me know. If you learn anything, this has been a 3-part series. The last 3 lives, we've talked about what to look for, what to look out for, and what to look forward to in the grant space. Okay. I see a wait, so I'm going to wait. You got 10 seconds to type in your question, because I can't wait all day. This is my second live. I took a nap. That's why I'm back. And I like going live with y'all in the evening time, hanging out, because I know some of you guys are getting off of work, and you may be on your drive home, or I don't know what you're doing, but I know y'all be on TikTok. So I said, let me come on here, chat with you about grants, because maybe you're in your, what is it? 5 to 9 after 9 to 5. Here we are. So go ahead and put your questions in the comments below. I'm happy to answer them. The line of business I'm going to seems hard to find grants for career coaching. What should you look for? So the grants that we specialize in winning over at blackwomenandgrants.com are curated. There are 3 women who go out and look for these opportunities for us every month. And then each of them share their individual links, and we share that with you. And these opportunities are the bomb.com because they're specifically for women in business. They're not necessarily centered around the type of business you have. One of my other companies is the International Center for Life Coach Training, LLC. I train Black Christian women to become certified life coaches online in one day. We are a multi-6-figure business, and we've also won over $50,000 in grants and grant-funded opportunities. And I won that because of who I am. Black, woman, for-profit, small business. Not necessarily just because I'm a coach, but because of the community impact, the vision, and the legacy of my company. So if you can tell the story, they call it your founder story. If you can tell your founder story using what I teach in the mentorship, which is the 3 parts of a compelling story that every grant wants you to have, they just won't tell you in detail. But we dissected a $100,000 grant that's like, put this, and this in your story. And I did a masterclass on it that we put in the mentorship. And it's telling you how, regardless of the business that you have, here's how to tell the story of why you have that business, why you do what you do, why they should care. They're going to ask you, who do you do your business for, and why they should write you a check over the hundreds and maybe even thousands of people who are applying for this same grant opportunity. So it's not so much, the grants we win is not so much about, here's a grant for career coaches. Nope. It's like, if I apply for that same grant that you apply for, we're both coaches. But I guarantee you, I'm going to tell a story that's going to get a check written. So that's the difference between winning a grant, not winning a grant, finding a grant for your business that you qualify for, that you're eligible for, under the terms or the rules that we talked about earlier of being Black, being a woman, owning at least 51% of your business. And most of the time, they're not saying you have to have this specific type of business. So hopefully that helps, because a lot of people don't know that it's a big umbrella in this world of grants. And then it also depends on what you need a grant for in your business. Some people don't need just a check to be written to them to do whatever they want. Some people specifically want help with marketing, with sales, with business plan development, with their SWOT analysis, their competitive analysis. That's all built into what we call grant-funded opportunities. Like I mentioned earlier, where these bigger corporations, financial institutions have written multi-million-dollar checks to go to programs that are already in place that offer scholarships for you to come through their training and get some one-on-one mentorship, coaching, training, hand-holding to developing your marketing plan, your SWOT analysis, your competitive research. So it depends on what you need a grant for and who you are as the founder of that business, because your business can change today, but you would still want a grant to continue on, right? So that's why it's not just centered around the type of business you have, if you will. They're more concerned with startup, started, ownership, title, why you need the funds, what you do, who you do it for, and the reason behind why you do it. And that all is a part of your story or your grant application strategy, or GAS is what we call it, in the mentorship over at blackwomenandgrants.com. So come join us, claim a spot, and I go into much more detail, show you winning examples of how I've been able to do it successfully and how our ladies in the mentorship are doing it as well. Thank you for your question. Are there any other questions before I go? I am counting down. You are so welcome. Any other questions or ahas, just put wait. I'm happy to hang out and answer. If not, I will give you guys back the rest of your time. I've been on here for about 40 minutes now. So we've talked about a lot. Hopefully got your wheels turning, answered a lot of the questions that you may have. And again, I dive deeper in our mentorship over at www.blackwomeningrants.com. Y'all have a phenomenal rest of your day. I'll see y'all soon. God bless. Bye, future grant winners.